Hey everyone, my name is Idalisa and I would like to welcome you to my very first YouTube channel and my very first video. This channel, I am making it more towards people who are still learning how to do makeup just like me. I'm still learning every day. I still watch YouTube videos and I have my YouTube gurus that I like to follow. So I just want to be on here just to be down on people who are still learning how to do makeup, who are still wondering what products are used for what. I would be more than happy to share any knowledge that I have from with makeup so far. This is the look that I did today. I'm getting ready actually to go out to breakfast with my boyfriend, and so I decided to do a quick let me take this opportunity to do my first video. This is a very natural, neutral look. I just decided to go with a bolder lip only because my eyes are really simple today. So if you would like to see how I achieved this look today, please stay tuned and watch the video below. I have been just recently using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Pencil. It's a really thin pencil. It's got a spoolie at the end of it, and the actual pencil itself is really thin. And this is in the color Dark Brunette. And I'm sorry if you guys hear noises in the background. I have two dogs and they get a little noisy sometimes, so I apologize. So starting from here, I'm following that natural line, and so you see that there's a gap right there because I don't have hair right there. That's okay, but I want this to be even from here, and then I stop right where the arch would be, which is right about here. So I stop there before I continue doing the rest of the line. And then at the top, I kind of don't start right at the front. I start maybe about here. You can see that. So I start right about there, and I start slowly following that natural line of my brow. And yes, I have to make those silly faces and move my eyebrows around so I can see where my arch is at. So sorry if I'm making silly faces here. Okay, so then I just finish off the tail of the brow by connecting it to that top piece there. See? From there, I turn the pencil sideways, kind of flat like this, and I start stroking, kind of like hair-like strokes, and filling in the color. So once the eyebrows are done, then we're going to go ahead and move on to our face. I have been using the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. It is aftershave and it does smell kind of manly, so if you don't really want to go for that smell, I don't recommend this, but the scent does fade away. It doesn't stay, you don't constantly smell it. Once you first apply it, it does smell like that, but it will fade away. This is really good to use because it actually smooths out your skin. I feel like it smooths out my skin. It doesn't leave it greasy. It doesn't leave it like with that residue. It absorbs into your skin and it makes it look really nice. So let's go ahead and get some of that. And you don't need that much. See, that's as much as I use for my entire face. I think it smells good. Okay, so let's put that all over our face. Careful with the eyebrows. So we're going to keep this simple. I do want to wear foundation though because my skin is a little patchy and I don't really like the spots I have on my face. So if you want to just use a powder or powder foundation, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and use the actual foundation because I don't like I said, the patchiness on my face. The foundation that I have been using lately is the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. This is the Pro Matte 24 Hour foundation. I'm in the color 108 Caramel Beige and 439 brush. which is what I'm going to use for my foundation today. So I put the foundation on my hand, about that much, not too much. I don't like to wear a lot of foundation. So, and then I use my 2 fingers and start dabbing that on my face. Make sure you get that bottom of your chin. Then I pick up the brush and then just pick up whatever excess was left over. And I start to blend that into my skin. Make sure you get the back of the ear. Nice circular motions, making sure that you're not leaving any streaks on your face. And if you feel like you need more coverage, feel free to add another layer. Like I said, this foundation does not cake up. It doesn't get super thick where you're going to feel like you have like 10 pounds of makeup, or it's going to look like you have 10 pounds of makeup. So if you feel like you need a little extra coverage and you want to do another layer, feel free. I personally don't really do that unless I feel like there's something that I really need to cover up, only because I don't really like the foundation. So this is the foundation by itself. I'm telling you, this foundation is amazing. Okay, so then we're going to move on to concealer. The concealer that I have been using lately is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer. And it comes in a little tube like this. And I am in the color Light Medium. This comes in a doe foot applicator. For those of you who don't know what a doe foot applicator is, it's just a little sponge tip at the end. So I'll take that product, start on the inner corner of my eye, and start dragging it down all along the bottom this way. And it's okay if you go farther down. This, of course, is also going to serve as part of our highlight. So it's okay if you disperse product farther down. And then I also like to put a little bit on my forehead here, the ridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. Just a tiny bit. Now we're going to go in with that same sponge that we used earlier. Make sure that it's damp. You don't have to use setting spray to wet your sponge. You can run it under some warm water. It works just the same. It's just so the sponge is pliable and it's big enough, and it's easier for you to pounce on your skin and distribute that product evenly. So we're going to go in with that sponge, and we're going to go ahead and press that product in there, making sure that we get that corner of the eye. And then I kind of like to go over my actual lid as well. The dark circles that I have are hereditary, believe it or not. And so it goes all the way around, and I like to put a little bit on that just to cancel out the darkness. Alright, so once you get all that product blended in, then we're going to go ahead and set that concealer. And I have been using the Airspun powder. This is in the color Naturally Neutral. Now, I don't know if you guys follow any of the other YouTubers or any of the other makeup artists. I follow Patrick Starr. He's one of my favorites. And he uses this powder, and this is like his holy grail. And he compares this a lot to the Laura Mercier setting powder. I have not purchased the Laura Mercier powder, although I would like to try it out. But this is really good. It does have a scent to it as well. Some people don't like the scent. I don't happen to mind it. It reminds me of my grandma. So I don't really mind that. But some people do. So if you feel like the scent is too strong, you might not like it. But I don't have a problem with it. So it comes in a container like this. And it comes with a sifter. It comes with a little weird looking sponge thing. I don't like that sponge. I threw that out. I purchased my own puff. I like Rite It, I think it was. And so this product is... it comes out white when you put it on your face. Don't panic. It doesn't stay white like that. So let's go ahead and shake some of that product out. Okay. And I get my little puff. I like to dip it in there. and get it on that corner there. We're going to go ahead and press that underneath the eye where we put that concealer. See how it looks white? It's not going to stay like this, I promise. So once that's setting in my face, it's helping me dry up my stuff, and it's setting my foundation and my concealer. We can go ahead and get started on the eyes. I love this palette. It was like $20, $22.50 with shipping and handling, and I'm totally in love. So if you guys have a chance to check out Morphe, I suggest that you do, because they are a great brand. So let's go. So we're gonna go ahead and use a skin color tone to put all over the lid. And I'm going to go in with my Morphe M505 brush. It's just this is a crease brush. But I like to use it to pack on the color and use it for my crease. So we're going to go ahead and take this color right here. It's like a yellowish, nude, yellowish brown color. And we're going to put that all over the lid. And you see how we went up and put that color up onto the brow bone. So whatever concealer or whatever you use to clean up that brow, it's going to be muted out by the color that you put on your shadow. The color shadow you put on your lid. Okay. So once that is done, we're going to go ahead and move in with the color on the crease. And today, like I said, I want to stick with something very neutral. And I think I'm going to go in with, let's go in with this middle color right here to start. Don't mean to flip you guys off. This color right here. Let's start with that one. And let's go ahead and get into that crease. So we're going to go ahead and do a windshield wiper motion, and then we're also going to do some small circles, bringing that color from the crease a little bit up above, not so far up into the brow bone, but maybe like right about here is where you want that color to come out. And then make sure that you keep your eye open and you see where you're applying that color, so you can see how far up you're putting that color. And I'm feeling like this color might be a little too light, but let's just keep going with it and building it up, see what happens. We might go in with a different color because I feel like this might be a little too light. But it's a good color to start. Okay. Let's go in with a little bit of a deeper color. Let's try this brown right here. Let's try that one right there. Unfortunately, these palettes don't have names, so I can't really tell you what color it is, but so we're just going to go with that. With this one, since it might be a little bit darker, we're just going to start from the outer corner of that crease and bring it in the inner part of the crease here. And don't worry if you get fallout. We have that powder, the Airspun. We're going to go ahead and brush that off, and that's going to go away. Okay, this is good. And just make sure that you blend that in really good. Alright, so now we're going to go in with a little bit of shimmer. Nothing too crazy. I did bring in that darker brown more into the corner, the inner corner, the V area of my outer lid. So what I did is that I started here and then I brought it up to the crease, right, and blended in with the other color. But then I decided to add a little bit and bring it down to that corner right there. Okay, so now I'm going to add some of that shimmer color, and I think I'm going to go with, we're going to do this pink glitter here. And since my brush is a little wet, it's gonna look a little more intense than what I wanted, but I had to clean off that brush. I did a different look last night and it was like a purplish color. I didn't want to have purple with what I was trying to do here. So we can go ahead and start adding this color. It's really subtle. It's really pretty. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get up inside to like where the crease starts and adding that shimmer color and then overlaying it a little bit over that brown that we added onto the lid. And again, open up your eye and make sure that the color is where you want it to be. If you're missing any spots, make sure you just go back and fill in that area. Now we're going to go ahead and do the other eye. Now we're going to take that same fluffy brush that we used earlier to apply that crease color, and we're going to go ahead and blend in that brown over some of that shimmer. And then go back in and blend again that color that you added to the crease where you now applied that shimmer. So there's no line, there's no break in lines, like, you know, it's not like dark and then all of a sudden you see a line with the shimmer. You don't want to look like that. So you want to go back in there and blend over that color so it's just like a seamless transition. And you can never blend too much. That looks good. Okay, so now since we already did our eyeshadow, we're going to go ahead and dust off that excess powder that we had put on our face. And for that, we're going to use this brush. This is actually a blush brush, and it's from BH Cosmetics. It came in a set. It actually came in a set that holds them in a little container like this. And this, again, this is supposed to be a blush brush, but I like it for powder because it is a little more dense, and I like to use it to dust off the excess. So let's go ahead and dust off that excess powder, the Airspun. And again, what this is also doing is any powder that fell off from your eyeshadow, any fallout, it's brushing it off your face so you don't have that color on your face. You don't want that. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and move in and do a simple eyeliner. Let me just do a quick confession with you guys. I am not really good at doing a winged eyeliner. Sometimes I get one eye that looks great, and then I get another eye that's like, what happened? And so I'm still practicing. I've used several different eyeliners to try and achieve a better winged eyeliner. So I'm going to attempt to do a really small wing today. And I'm going to be using the L'Oreal, the Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner. It's also infallible. It's really, really thin. And this is supposed to help you it's supposed to be easier for you to create that flick at the end to create that wing. Again, one eye sometimes comes out looking like that's super sharp, and then the other one's like, what happened? So I apologize. Again, we're learning together. So if you've mastered how to do eyeliner and you have some tips and suggestions, please leave them down below. Excuse my application. Again, it might be a little weird, but we're learning together, right? That's the whole point of this channel. So let's move on. So I lay it down flat this way, and I start right at the front. And I don't like to drag it across in one complete motion, as I feel like I always mess that up. So I just do quick little strokes, following right at the edge of my lash line. And I like to stop right about here before I actually start creating that wing right where my eyelashes end. Okay. And then we're going to bring it from like right here. Quiet! From right here down. Like a triangle. And then you're going to fill that in. See? That one came out good. I'm happy. And then just go back in and darken any areas that you might have missed. See, that one looks good. I'm happy with that one. Now let's see if we can achieve that same look on the other side. Excuse me. Okay, so there's the other eye, and actually, you know what? It's not too bad. Not too bad. This one is a little more sharper, but I'm not even going to touch it and mess with it because I'll just end up messing it up. But not too bad. I did pretty good. Thanks, guys. You guys gave me the confidence to do a good winged eyeliner. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and let that dry, and while that's drying, we're going to continue with the face. So I like to go in, and I just recently purchased this. This is the Wet n Wild Contour Palette. It is just the contour powder and the banana powder. This was like $6 and I got this at Rite Aid. And these are really pretty, guys. These are really buttery. I don't know if you can see that. They're really buttery and they're really easy to apply, and I think they're amazing. So I'm going to use this brush. This is a highlighting brush. This is the Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush. I got this in my Ipsy bag for the month of April, and I really like it for my under eye, and I also like to use it for my contour. This is what I've been using lately. So let's go ahead and get some of that banana powder, tapping out the excess. And let's go ahead and tap that underneath. And then brush it out. Now I do the same thing with the other eye. Guys, I apologize, my dogs. And then you're going to go ahead and put it on the areas where you put that concealer. This also helps to make it brighter. It brightens it up as a highlight. And so I want to look awake today when I go out for breakfast. Okay, so once we got that done, then I like to set my entire face with an actual powder, and I have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte 16-hour wear, and I don't know what color I am in. I unfortunately took off the little sticker, the protective seal, and it had the color on there. But the code in the back is 50MD00, and I told my sister-in-law about this color, and she was able to find it based on that number. So again, that's 50MD00, and this is really good for shine control. She's actually giving me feedback, and she told me that she loves the powder because it lets her makeups last all day. She doesn't get as shiny as she would, and it sets the makeup, and it just makes it look more smooth, if you will. So we're going to go ahead and use that same brush that we used to do the Airspun powder, the powder brush. And go ahead and swerve that in, tap out the excess, and we're going to just put that all over our face. We're almost done. So we're done with that. And now we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of the bronzing and contour. I'm not going to use this one today. I'm actually going to use my NYX contour palette. I'm going to go ahead and use, in this case today, I'm going to use this one right here, the third color. And I believe that is called Sculpt. I think it's called Sculpt. Not sure. And these are really, really pigmented. So start off with just a little bit, because the first time I used it, I left a huge streak on my face. That was not good. So tap out the excess. And the contouring part is going to be from this right here. So where your, like your middle part of your ear down to your mouth is usually aligned with the corner of your mouth. Obviously, you're not going to bring it all the way down, but that's where you're going to start. The hollows of your cheeks. So you can either do that fish face, and you see how you get that line. I unfortunately have a natural contour. I have like pigmentation on my face. Excuse me. So it's easier for me to follow. So and this is not, I'm not going to do anything too crazy because again, I'm going out to breakfast. I want to keep it really natural. What I did there is that I just do a line coming straight down, but then I also start doing in a circular motion, bringing that color up. You don't want to bring it down. It needs to stay up here. So it's going to make it easier when you put your blush on. That's going to blend in together. It's going to look awesome. So then I'd like to put a little bit on my hairline right at the edge, and a little bit on my temples. And then I like to go in with a little bit and put that on my jawline underneath my chin. And then if you want, you don't have to. I like to run a little bit down the side of my nose because I have a weird shaped nose. And I don't do the actual harsh line contour on my nose. I don't like the way it looks, so I'm not really good at it. And I've tried to do it a couple of times and I just don't like it. So I'd rather just put in a little bit of the color right there, and it looks, I think it looks good just like that. So now we're going to move on to blush. And for blush, I'm going to stick with something simple, really glowy, and I like to use the Milani blush, and this is in the Luminoso. This is such a pretty color. I didn't want to buy these at first, but once I've seen what the color looks like, I was just like, no, I need to have it. I think it's great. So swirl it in a couple of times and tap out the excess. Now for the blush, this is going to look kind of weird. You have to smile to pop out the apple of your cheek. This is the apples of your cheeks. You want to pop that out, and then you want to concentrate there and bring it back towards where that contour is at, right on top of that contour. So let's just go ahead and pop out that cheek, circular motion, and then bringing it back. You see? So now, and then lately I've been putting just whatever is left over, just a tiny bit on my chin to give it a little bit more of a color. Not too much because you don't want to look like you have a, pink dot there, but just a little hint of color there. Now to finish it off, we're going to do some of the highlight, and today I'm going to use the highlighter from the NYX contour palette, and I'm going to blend these two colors together. So I have this little pinkish color here and this more of a white color, and I'm going to go ahead and blend those together to create my highlight today. And for that, I will be using my Morphe M510 brush. We're going to go ahead and bring some of that pinky color and some of that pearlish color, tap out the excess. And the highlighter goes right on top of that blush on the highest part of your cheekbone. So from this area here, and I like to bring mine a little farther up here. So just start brushing that and blending it onto the blush. And I like to bring it towards my brow bone. Ooh, I like it. Then I like to put a little bit right on that arch of my brow just to make that glow consistent. Make sure you blend that out really good. You don't want to have a patch of a highlight there. Again, and then whatever's left over, I like to put that on the tip of my nose, and then bring a little bit up on that, but the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, on my chin, and then a little bit right in the center of my forehead. Again, where we put those highlighting colors, and make sure that you blend it in, not just concentrate it on one area. I'm not going to use falsies today because I'm going to wear my glasses, so I'm just going to go ahead and curl my eyelashes and put on some mascara. Okay. Now for mascara, you can use your favorite mascara. I happen to have in my makeup bag right now are the samples that I've been getting from either my Ipsy bags or samples that I've gotten when I purchased something. And so what I have in my bag right now is the Benefit They're Real mascara and the Benefit Roller Lash mascara. And today I'm going to use the They're Real. Okay, so now we have that mascara on both eyelashes. You can go ahead and do a second coat if you want to make it look a little more dramatic. I'm going to keep it simple and just do a single coat. The only thing I want to do before I finish is put a little bit of inner corner highlight, and we're going to go ahead and use that same color that we use for highlight on our cheeks. I get a pencil brush, and this is the Morphe M169, and it's just a pointed dome, and it's really dense, and it's good to do like the corner or even do some of the under eye, under lash application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this pearly color right here on that NYX contour palette. And I'm just going to apply it to the inner corner of my eye to bring in an extra pop of light, like so. If you like, you can bring some of that brown color underneath your eye, but I don't want to do that today. I'm just going to go ahead and with a nude pencil. I have a nude eyeliner. This is the Wet n Wild Kohl pencil, and this is the color Calling Your Bluff. If you put a neutral color or a white color in your waterline, it actually makes your eyes look really big. So I'm going to go ahead and do the inner or the bottom waterline. Okay. Now we just need to do lips, and we're going to go ahead and maybe do a little bit of a bolder lip. Not too bold, but different color. I don't want to do it all neutral since we're doing neutral eye. Well, let's keep it in the brown family. This is a matte lipstick by Wet n Wild. This is in the color Mochalicious. These lipsticks run between $1 to $2, and these lipsticks are amazing. They are long lasting, they're creamy, they're not super dry on the lip, and they're really pretty colors. I have a bunch of these that I got throughout my times going to CVS when they're on sale, and these colors are just amazing to me. So this is in the color Mochalicious, and this is a pretty like brown color. Okay. So that's our lip, and now the only thing we need to do next is get some more of that setting spray and spray that all over to set our makeup, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. As you can see, I just used that lipstick. I think that lipstick looks really good, and we look really glowy. We look very awake, even though it's still semi-early for a Saturday. Had to wake up early today, but yeah, I hope you guys like the look. If you guys do recreate this look or something similar, I would like to see it. I'd like to see if I'm inspiring anyone out there. And also, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown as to what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to achieve with my channel here. So my channel, I'm still learning how to do makeup. I'm not on here trying to say that I'm some sort of guru or pro or anything like that. This is just stuff that I've taught myself along the way, watching other YouTube videos or looking up stuff online just like you. I'm still learning, and I would like for us to learn together. And if you guys have any tips, suggestions, or any ideas that you guys can shoot me, that would be great. Again, this is my first time doing a video. This is my first time editing a video. This is my first time doing anything like this. So if you want to leave any comments, feedback, or any suggestions, I would really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next one.